and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we have the first track plan ever made in the United States. Yes, the first railroad map ever made in America. So whether you're a contributor to the model railroad layout design interest group, or if you have an overall laying on your carpet, this is where it all begins. Let's have a look. So how cool is this map? I found it in the Library of Congress and I just wanted to share it with you. But let's see what lessons we can learn from today's video so we can use it in our own model railroad design and our own layouts at home. So what are we looking at? This is a plan of a survey for the proposed Boston and Providence Railway. And why do I say this is the first track plan ever made in the United States? Well, this is the earliest railroad map represented in the Library of Congress map collection. So that's why I said it's the first. It was drafted in January of 1828. So as you see the map in the background, there are basically two railroads or planned railroads drawn in with a thick black line. And along the route are several villages, milestones, bridges, rivers that it crosses, and we can use these references to locate it on the modern day map. So let's have a look at if we can find the route in first place, and second of all, what of the route is left. And then which conclusions can we draw from that? Let's dive straight in. So let's have a look what we can find what is left in today of the railroad from back 1800. The journey starts here at Milton. Most specifically, Milton Bridge is right here and the track passes just north of it. And then it goes underneath Upper Mills and it goes to Paul's Bridge over here on the left. So let's focus on that. Let's see if we can find that. So Milton's here. There's a track right here. So I assume it's going to be that one. If we follow that one here through the bushes, it crosses the bridge and quite quickly comes to a dead end here in Matapan. But we have to go, what did we say, from Milton to Paul's Bridge. Where is Paul's Bridge? I found that and it's way over here in the south. Straight off the bat, we have a problem. We're Milton and the track leads us to this perhaps Upper Mills or where there's a bridge, but it does not continue to Paul. And remember, the railroad just passes Paul's Bridge and then continues. And here you see something in the bushes where this path is, the Burma Trail, what seems to be a railroad. You can clearly see it, especially here as well. This section, you see a very straight line where the vegetation, if I zoom in, is just different. Trees are missing and maybe some new fresh young trees seeded there. And then we go on here to the railroad track. We actually bump into an existing railroad track. My theory is that this trail is where the old railroad used to be. So then we come here from the Burma Trail all the way to the existing railroad. And then somehow we have to get from the Burma Trail to this Upper Mills. Well, what stands out in this landscape? All these straight lines, that's all new. That's all planned urbanization. That's not how they built stuff back in the day. And if you look at the map as well, this hill is called Brush Hill, I assume. And there's a Brush Hill turnpike. And this railroad goes around the hill because you don't want to have a railroad on a hill. And here is the Brush Hill Road. That's the one that sticks out, the windy one. So I think that the railroad actually went from here and then followed this Brush Hill Road, curved around the hills because you don't want to go over the hills, and then just scraped past Paul's Bridge we saw on the map, and then we have this track, and then we connect here to the existing railroad. Let me find some more evidence for that, because if we follow the railroad, the next thing we're going to meet is Sharon and this Masapog, whatever you call it, pond. I'm sure I'm butchering that, sorry. Let's just follow the railroad, and then here, hole and behold, is Sharon. And then hole and behold number 2 is the Masapog Pond. It's called Lake Masapog. Well, tomato, lake, pond. This is it. This must be where the railroad is. As you can see, this dark line here, the railroad just scrapes above the pond. So then if we continue south, not a lot of information. I could not find any of these places. Attleboro is a big city. I found that. And then something very nice. Behind Attleboro is a pond, then the 10 Mile River, and there's Dodge's factory. So let's continue. Here's Sharon. Here's Attleboro. So remember, we're on the existing railroad. After Attleboro is this basin. There's the 10 Mile River Bridge. The 10 Mile River is there. We cross it. And then here is Dodge Factory. Okay, I don't know if this is Dodge Factory, but it looks like a factory from above. And I'm quite sure it's going to be exactly this Dodge's factory that's on the map right there. Don't know what it is today. Maybe they make ketchup or something like that. Who knows? So then we continue on to Providence. Let's see what we can find out. Note as well, Attleboro, there is a split line here, this dotted line, where there's another track that goes up. So let me zoom out. let's just get out of Attleboro. Behold and behold, there's a line here that splits. So I think we're on the right track. We're going to continue this railroad here, see if we can find some more clues that we're on the right track. So let's see where the bottom line of this map terminates. So let's look carefully. Here the railroad goes parallel to a road. Then we have Brown's Bridge and India Bridge, and that's just where the line stops. I think, in my theory, this is where the railroad is parallel to the road. Here we go, parallel to the Massasoit Avenue, what do you call that? Sorry. And then this is where it stops a bit. We have two bridges, Brown's Bridge and India Bridge. I believe this used to be Brown's Bridge right here. And my theory why there used to be a bridge here, because this is the narrowest piece of the river. So this is where you would build a bridge back in the day. So I think here used to be, from this point here to here, somewhere like that, used to be India Bridge. Because there's even a reference here. This India Park is there, India Street is there, and this is then where the line finishes. Note as well, there is a very old, not connected railway bridge right here. Look how cool that is. But that's not on this chart as well, that whole drawbridge situation, just India Bridge and Brown Bridge. So that is the bottom railroad for today. I think the biggest conclusion is that a lot of the railway system as we know it today actually exists for almost 150, 200 years. So that means if you model anything except 1852, then you have to include some kind of history in your layout. One way or another, there's a dead track, there's an old factory that's closed, there has to be something on your layout that represents the history of the layout itself. If you want to see a similar type video for the top railroad on this map, then please leave it in the comments down below, and if there's a lot of animo for it, then I will make it. If there is someone with a lot of historical knowledge of the area watching this video, please do reach out to me and we can make a 2.0 version of this video with more historical background and context. You can find the exact location of this map in the Library of Congress and a downloadable file of the Google Earth dataset on my Patreon website, so please do have a look. So in the second half of this video, we're going to fly by over the map and over Google Earth to see if we can find some comparisons. This is going to be unnarrated, and I'm going to fly by all the tracks. So first we're going to start off with the bottom one, as you see in the background that we discussed earlier, and then we're going to go to the top railroad as well. Thank you very much. That's all for now. Bye bye.